When we meet someone, we immediately form impressions of them. These first impressions can be so important because, dependent on how someone perceives us, can strongly influence the way they behave towards us. In this video, we're going to jump back to ideas from 1946 to take a look at psychologist Solomon Asch and his model of impression formation. At the time of this research, social psychologists were greatly influenced by Gestalt psychology, where the basic principle is the belief that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Asch applied this idea to understand impression formation by suggesting that we don't form impressions simply by adding together all of the traits we observe in others. Instead, we perceive these traits in relation to one another, so they don't exist individually, but become a part of an integrated, dynamic whole. To test this idea, Asch gave participants these two lists of traits possessed by a fictional stranger, and asked them to form an impression of him. As you can see, these two lists only differ with respect to two words, warm and cold. Therefore, if people form impressions by adding together individual traits, the impressions formed from these two lists shouldn't differ very much. However, this was not the case. The individual who was described as warm was more likely to be viewed as generous, happy, popular, sociable, and good-natured. From this, Asch concluded that the words warm and cold are central traits. These are traits that strongly influence the overall impressions and color the other adjectives on the list, known as peripheral traits. Further support was given by substituting the words polite and blunt with warm and cold. In this set of lists, strangers were perceived with very similar impressions, so polite and blunt are not considered to be central traits. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.